Alrighty. It looks like we are live. Waiting for Marka Falworth on my phone. Make sure everything's going to plan here. Got plenty of pink here to sort. Might be the Wi-Fi. But anyway, hello everyone. Hope you're having an excellent Sunday today. Sunday evening. I guess we did determine a while ago that it is an evening thing. But yeah. Hope you're having a good day. I'm doing so much better than last Sunday. I was really not feeling great last Sunday. I barely made it to the stream. But this time, I'm here, doing well. And let's see how the audio is doing. Hold on one second. Audio. Yep, it's doing great. We're live. I'll put this away. Yeah, so... yeah, doing much better. I feel terrific. I actually cleaned up the entire studio. Our Lego space is the cleanest it's been in several years. So I'm really happy about that because that was one of my goals moving forward to help deal with some Tron burnout, some understandable, wanting to work on other things, not feeling like picking up all the pieces and trying to fix all the repairs. But no, so I'm really happy about that. A clean space is perfect for being creative. I've already done a lot of Lego minifigure stuff, taken a lot of pictures to post later this week. So looking forward to all that. But just grateful for a nice space to enjoy my Lego hobby. And I still have a lot of pieces to sort, of course. That's why we're here today doing the Sunday sorting session. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Let me say hi to a couple people in the comments here. We got Cross Airborne Customs is first. Good to see you, Cross Airborne Customs. Hope you're doing well this Sunday. T Valkyrie is here. Can't wait to see you sort all those sets you tossed in the bin this week. Yes, so I think it was last Friday. I posted a video of me accidentally dropping a 90th anniversary Line Knights Castle into the bulk bins. And I got that set as a duplicate because I already have one. That's very special to me. And I bought it for the parts and the figures. Got a great deal at Atlanta Brick Co. It was already built and saved quite a bit of money. So I dropped it in the bin. I was acting like I led people to believe it was my one copy of the set. So I apologize. I won't be sorting it today though because I'm saving those pieces for Steven. He wanted to work on a castle build specifically pretty soon. Kind of like a dragon tower was the memo that I got. So he is going to be, I have those parts all set aside separately. I'm not going to sort them for him. I think he wanted the chunks to work from, kind of integrate them into builds. So not going to sort that one, but there are other things. In fact, I think over here is part of the Minecraft golem, the tree golem from my Angry Hall video yesterday. So very relevant sorting process today. But let's see, we got G. Reen is here. What's up, Marka Falworth? Thanks for joining, G. Reen. Appreciate you being here today. Hope you're having a great Sunday so far. Let's see, Rob Claxton is here. Hey, Dust Off the Bricks. Oh, and there's other people here too. Hold on, let me scroll up a little bit. Rob Claxton, Dust Off the Bricks, Manatee Bricks, Nexus to Zach, Battery Power Bricks. Hey, bud, hope all is well. Doing very well, man. Hope you're doing well too. Let's see. Mark, I thought it was bad when you tossed the Viking village in the bin. The castle being tossed this week has just killed me. Yes, I'm so sorry, T Valkyrie. The castle that was a little cruel. I'm sorry. That was I know it would have gone a little too far sometimes. It won't happen again. I don't think I'll be getting another 90th anniversary castle to drop in the bin anytime soon. Fall Equinox is here. Good to see you, Fall Equinox. Good to see you, Autumn. Let's see. People commenting. Jimmy and Mark, I'm thinking about going to Atlanta BrickCon next year and also visit at BrickCo, but I noticed that they're quite far from one another. It'd be my first stop to the USA as well. Wow. So first trip to the USA, that's a big deal. Yeah, Atlanta's a pretty cool city to visit. It also has a big airport. It's pretty easy to get a flight to, so that's a good first destination if you're coming from outside the US. A lot of international flights, big airport. Yeah, and both the convention and the store are totally worth visiting and making part of your trip into the United States, or just the sole purpose. But they are about an hour apart driving the car. You cannot walk to and from. So I would say just plan on getting an Uber, plan on getting a taxi ride. And if you want to go to both, it's totally doable. It's just a little bit of a hike, a little bit of a drive. So both are worth visiting. I'd say Atlanta Brick Con is going to have more spectacular builds, but Atlanta Brick Co., the store, is going to have a much better shopping experience than the convention. The convention has a cool bunch of vendors, but convention prices tend to be a little bit inflated. They're above Bricklink prices. And so the store is going to be a lot better bargain on a lot of other Lego things. If you're flying from out of the country, though, you don't necessarily have a ton of space to take everything back with you. So, figure out what you want to prioritize. But yeah, I'd be excited to see you at either place. Just come up and say hi. You probably recognize me, see me, say hi. So. Let's see. Get any more Pauldron Dragonborns recently? So I got the 3 from my box of D&D figures. I don't think they're visible. Yeah, actually, I'll get them back. I got 3 total, 2 of which I've opened. So I got a couple of them. But I think then I got one additional one from the store. Somebody traded it into the store, and I bought it right away. So I have 4 total. I'd like to get a few more, maybe have 6 or 7. We'll see. But they're kind of already looking like they're hard to find unless you're really going out to get them. And I'm not. I'm too lazy. I'm not going anywhere. But yeah, I've got a couple, and I'm grateful for that because they're pretty cool. And I think they're going to be kind of hard to find. We'll see. A lot of comments. I'll try and speed through these. I've been having a bit of a bad weekend, but Lego always makes things better. Oh, I'm sorry about that, Nexus. Hopefully you can enjoy your Lego hobby and interact with some of your Lego friends. It'll boost your spirits. Let's see. Any tips on where I should stay and what I should do to be able to display something at BrickCon? You definitely want to get your tickets and request space. I think they do it by the table or by the size of your mock. So if you want to bring a creation, just make sure you fill in all the information on the website, atlantabrickcon.com. You want to go there and schedule that sooner rather than later. It is coming up. That's one of the next big conventions coming up since a lot of summer conventions have already kind of come and gone. So. But hotel, the most expensive option will be the one that's connected to the convention. So it's going to be a lot more expensive to go there. But it's so nice to be able to just kind of walk over to where the Lego convention's happening instead of hopping in a car and driving over or walking, from a different hotel further away. So, it's, again, you got to prioritize if you want to spend the money. I'm definitely going to try and get a hotel room in the connected building because that'll be a little bit more convenient. So we'll see. But I'm kind of reliant on the organizers since I'm getting a deal with them because I'm doing Lego Master stuff. So, but very cool. I hope you enjoy the convention experience if you're able to make it. So. Eddie's here. Good to see you, Eddie. What's up? I'm sorting as well. There you go. Good time to sort. Sunday afternoon. I'll tell you what. Let's see. I got my childhood Lego collection from my dad and incorporated it into my already sorted stuff. Lots of cool late 90s and early 2000s stuff. Dude, Eddie, that's a gold mine. That's so awesome. You were able to get your dad's collection. Enjoy using all those cool pieces in your builds, man. That's awesome. I'm going real slow with this bin. It's kind of taking its time. I've been reading a lot of comments here. Question. I'm trying to get into the world border in creative from the Nether Minecraft. Well, that's a challenge there, Cross-Server Customs. But I bet you if you know your Minecraft stuff, you can do it. So. Probably go for a week or so. And yeah, I already checked. I have a direct flights, which is nice. There you go. Direct flights are fantastic. That's one thing I figured out when I went to Europe for the first time. Indirect flights are like a little bit annoying sometimes, especially if flights are delayed and then the whole thing just falls out of sync. So. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Atlanta BrickCon, I'm very excited about it. I think it's one of the up-and-coming conventions of this part of the world. So I think it'll be a really awesome experience this upcoming February. So looking forward to it big time. I want to get at least one more pretty good-sized creation built. I want to finish Tron too, so I'll be working on that as soon as I have a little time and energy, probably next weekend. We'll put that in metallics. Let's see. Comments happening. Rob Clax says, Marco Forward, the tickets for Brickworld Chicago is already available since August 22nd. Yes, so if you want to go to Brickworld Chicago, you want to get your tickets really quickly because they are already selling out. So do that immediately. I'm not sure if I'm going to be going next year either, just because I'm busy trying to save money. And, it's a little far for someone in Georgia if you're driving. I would definitely drive. I wouldn't want to fly. So we'll see. G Reen, says, awesome. Thanks for all the info. It's very useful. I will start looking into it right away. Definitely best to start arranging everything earlier. Yeah, now is a good time. Thankfully, Atlanta BrickCon isn't like the same level as a Brick World. It's not quite that crazy. But right now is a good time to work on that, start thinking about it. Yeah, you want to, if you're going to any conventions, be deliberate about it. Don't do it last minute, because then they may or may not have space for you. Lots of little intricate pieces in here. There's a pink door. That's interesting. I think that's Friends. So some skeleton arms holding it together. Good to see everybody. Let's see. Ivan's here. Good to see Ivan. The Brick Twins are here. Good to see you, Brick Twins. Let's see. Gloria Erickson's here. Good to see you, Mom. Hope you're doing well. Glad you figured out the technical issues that are preventing you from commenting. If you're a subscriber, you're good to go. You should be fine. That's the only requirement, and that deals with 99.9% of all the spam that could potentially happen. I typically don't get a lot of spam, but just to avoid any things I would have to click off and block, so I think it works pretty well. And obviously, the only people who can talk are subscribed, so they're not going to complain already. So it's good. Some red pieces. There's a super early light gray. Black lampposts, pretty useful. Yeah, so been posting a lot of D&D, long D&D videos. They're like kind of like a podcast, kind of like you listen to them, but they have some pictures there too. Going to be recording another session, the 4th session, tonight. And there should be a lot of excitement. We're going to proceed again with the main story instead of side questing like we did last time. So it's going to be awesome. Looking forward to it. A lot of action going to be happening. So, yeah. Definitely worth checking out the playlist if you haven't already. There'll be more updates soon. Going to start editing the 3rd session to get it up. Hopefully not necessarily this Friday, but maybe the Friday after next. So, but continuing to record content for that. Very excited about it. Enjoying it a lot. It's nice to have a really skilled DM, first of all, to help keep the whole game going. And then it's good to have some creative and funny friends to do it with. I feel really grateful working with this crew, so it'll be fun. And this episode is the first one we're going to just film the entire thing, so you should be able to see our little tokens moving around, any little actions happening. So it'll be hopefully more engaging to just watch versus only listen. So, or listen and then see an occasional photo now and then. So hopefully liven it up a little bit, keep it more engaging. So, although the engagement on the videos so far, the first 2 episodes, has been quite satisfactory. So. Hi to everyone. Table in front of the monitor, and I am building. There you go. That's awesome. Yeah, Sundays are good for building, or if whatever day it may be where you are. I've realized that some people watch these and it's already tomorrow. So it's kind of funny how that works. Also appreciate anyone who is not watching football in order to watch this, because football's happening. I like watching football. I don't have cable, so I can't see that many games. I can watch a few games through my phone because we have Verizon or whatever. And so that's pretty fun. I'm enjoying the season so far. Some good football games. I'm not a fan of any particular team, really. I would love to be a big Falcons fan, but they're not very good, so I'm not a big Falcons fan. But me and a couple coworkers at Atlanta BrickCo have a fantasy football league, which basically means, for those of you who don't play it, that you pick which players you think are going to do good, and then you go against other people, and if your players do better, the ones that you picked, then their players that they picked do worse, then you win, and so it's like a guessing game. Guessing who is going to be the better football player that day. So it's a lot of fun. I'm in a close match with one of my coworkers, and I hope I win. We'll see. It looks like I should win. It's like going to be like 195 is projected, so we'll see. The odds are in my favor so far. Scrolling down, Dust Off the Bricks. Just went to the Lego store the other day and got 5 pick-a-brick boxes, so definitely filling up my Lego bins and taking apart around 20 sets, getting ready to finish up the zoo and start on new projects. There you go, Dust Off the Bricks. That feels sort of like me, except maybe a few less pick-a-brick boxes. That's a nice hoard of pieces. What kind of pieces were you gathering at the Lego store? I mean, most pieces are worth gathering, but were there any particular that you just couldn't live without? NFL isn't my jam. I got you, Nexus. A lot more people in the Southeast are college football fans because it's a little bit more lively. There's the players rotate through a lot faster. You don't have these really skilled players just dominating for years. It's like, they're only there for 2 or 3 years before they, graduate and move on. So it's a lot more of a chaotic mix. So a lot of people like college football in Georgia and Alabama and all that. It's huge. So I hear a lot of people talking about college football, which is also happening now. I believe it's mostly on Saturdays. But I like pro football. That's kind of what I've leaned into more. So. Not enough to pay for cable or YouTube TV or anything like that, but maybe one day. I'd rather have Netflix because that's all the time, not just on weekends. So. SEC all the way. Yeah, there you go, Nexus. See, I called it. Morgan is here. Good to see you, Morgan. Hope you're doing well today. The D&D segments have been very entertaining to listen to, says Autumn. Watch out for the tricky doors. Yes. So that was pretty funny. The last session, our DM described the scene. And he says, there's a locked door. You got to find your way in. So we all just split up and start circling the building. All the windows are magically protected. But then one of our characters just tries the front door, and of course it's unlocked. He walks right in. So we're all just like, we were dumbfounded, quite literally. So, but that was one of the great twists of the second episode. So, where am I putting brown bricks? I guess they're going there. There's a clear bar. That's useful. Some grays, black. That's a skate for a minifigure. And a teal gear. Look at that. That's interesting. Old school teal gear. Word of warning, fall equinox is the sooner the better. There you go. Last year, the Brick Fair tickets sold out in like 2 or so months after they released. Yes, they sold out pretty quickly. They didn't have as much space. It should be a little bit better this year. Like they basically doubled the amount of space that they had from last year. But I would still, pay attention and get those sooner rather than later if you're really planning on going. So you could always go as a public attendee because you almost always. I mean, there was the 1 year they did run out of space, but they pretty much always have space for more people to come on the weekend just for a day. But if you want to have that convention experience, yeah, sooner rather than later. I'm already set up. I'm one of the featured artists, so I kind of have to be there. I might even be able to bring that big yellow Lego Masters trophy. So we brought it 1 year. I think we could do it this year. We'll see. If we can get someone to babysit it for us, we'll make something happen. There's Technic. Yeah, we just got fine grain pieces. I might move these over to the next bin so I can make bigger chunk progress. I kind of need to focus when I'm dealing with these little tiny bits. So. Yeah. One by brick, some window pieces, and just some random pieces that I thought would be useful in the future. Yeah, see, that's good, Dusty. You want to have basic elements to use whenever. So sometimes I'll see like, oh yeah, 1 by 2 bricks. I need lots of those in lime. I don't know why, but I will eventually. Just random colors and useful elements you might need. And usually I find a way to figure out how to incorporate them into blocks, so it's good. All right. We're not going to finish this bin. Otherwise, we'll probably be here all day. We're already streamed for almost 20 minutes. But we're going to move that little dregs of small pieces into the next bin here. get more volume done. These kind of medium-sized pieces will sort a lot faster. So. Let's see. Mark, do you ever find rare pieces when you're sorting? Yes, quite often. Sometimes I'll find pieces I've never seen before. Like, I don't often see these super long axles from the Botanical series. That's relatively new to me. But every now and then, something really rare will come along, for sure. So. Henry the Horse is here. Hi, great angle. Love those posters. Yes. I got some cool posters over there. The reason we've changed up the angle is because the room is completely clean. I cleaned the floors, cleaned all the tables off. It looks really nice down here. So I'm able to kind of expand the view of the camera from outside of just the background behind me. So yeah, that's basically all I did yesterday was clean up the workspace, the studio. So it's good to go. There's some nice white pieces there. Oh, there's the Demon Bull King. And I haven't seen the later seasons of Monkey Kid, but apparently he becomes a very famous chef. So he becomes the best Korean barbecue, or probably some, not Korean because this is based in China, but the best barbecue chef ever. So he goes from this evil mech villain to a side character. It's pretty funny. Some teal pieces, finally. There we go. I love that minty green color. So nice. Garth Smith is here. Thanks for all that you inform us about Lego. I got to meet Zach and Wayne this summer at Brick Expo in California. Season 2 made me realize it's okay to be an adult in Lego. There you go. That's awesome, Garth. Glad you got to meet Zach and Wayne. They are awesome guys. Awesome builders. Two really cool dudes. Very talented. Fantastic to compete against them. Really kept us on our toes. Is Tron there in the studio? It is. It's not set up right now. I could at least pull it over for you, though, if you'd like to see it, Morgan. There's a bin of most of the buildings right there, kind of a big gray Tupperware bin. And then you got a couple other bins of accessories and minifigures and stuff. And then all the landscape is up on the top of one of these big shelving units. So over there, there's more Tron. So it's kind of packed up right now, but I'll be breaking it out to fix it. So no need to move Tron. Just curious. Yeah, it's in the studio. It's right over there. So I'll be working on it soon, getting just about ready to get started on fixing a lot of the buildings that have had issues or just need to be updated, redone. A couple of them broke. So they had battlefield repairs, and I still haven't fixed or changed since then. So we'll be getting to that soon, though, because it's a couple months away, of course, but Atlanta BrickCon is coming up in the next few months. So after the holidays, it'll be up sooner rather than later. It always sneaks up. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that convention. That'll be a lot of fun. It's also nice that it's cooler weather that time of year, so it's not so hot. Went to a lot of hot conventions in Florida this year, which are all fun, but I also like wearing jeans, you know, or like a hoodie. Having a few more layers is nice. So. Henry the Horse says, some poodle with noodle. There you go. Monty Rogers here. Good to see you, Monty Raj. Hope you're doing well. Awesome builders, but rivals. Yes, they were our rivals. That's true. They got really close on a couple challenges. Although, so the first challenge they did beat us because they had the technical wizardry. But then most of the following challenges, when we got top 2 with them, me and Steven did manage to win very, very close challenges. So, yeah, but then sometimes they would do better than us and we would fall behind a little bit. So it moved around. So. Yeah, Zach Wayne. Check out Zach's Instagram if you ever get the chance. He posts awesome creations pretty often. He's getting back into it. He took a little break after Lego Masters, which is understandable, but he's back and building. So. His creative genius couldn't be stopped for long. So. AK-47 is here. I just have to say I'm jealous. Hey, yo, hey. Well, thank you, AK-47. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Thank you for tuning in and saying hi. Yeah, you just got to collect Lego for 25 years, and then you could have a studio like this, too. Long time, a lot of work. Very slow and gradual process. Ivan says, is that US Lego Masters? What season? I will download it and binge watch while I build tonight. That's Lego Masters USA Season 2. I don't know where it's able to be seen in Europe, but I do know it's dubbed for certain countries. Like in Italy, they have Italian dubbed over. I wonder what voice actor they got for me and Steven. But it's available in the UK, of course. It actually played there on TV shortly after the United States got to see it. So they got their own scheduled TV stream, so it was cool. I don't even know what channel it was on, but it was there. I remember when we posted our final build pictures, they people in the UK were like, spoilers, the show hasn't finished over here. And I'm like, hey, sorry, in the US, it's been done for weeks. So sorry to the UK fans who saw spoilers of me and Steven winning early, but we were excited to post about our final build, as you can imagine. Mm-hmm. Ivan says, I speak English and I am from Serbia. There you go, Ivan. No, I assumed you were pretty fluent in English, being able to type, but I know that I like to watch shows in English, in my native language. I don't know any other languages, unfortunately, so they probably have versions you can watch that are maybe easier to understand. I don't know. Or if you're comfortable with English, then you're good to go, because that's what we spoke in. And I will pirate it. It is in Serbia after all. Hey, that works perfect. It shouldn't be that hard to find. I don't do any pirating because I'm not a very good pirate, but I would love to pirate some of the European Lego Masters and be able to watch them. Although it wouldn't be a big help, again, because I don't speak anything but English. So unless it was in English, I would have difficulty understanding what was going on sometimes. So, because they don't necessarily subtitle it in other languages. So. Ooh, there's a scary-looking Avatar character. Got a few of those sets. They were all right. The parts were awesome. The figures, I wasn't too interested in collecting them. I don't know why. I liked the movie. I just didn't feel like I needed to, have the whole Avatar world in Lego. Did you guys like the Avatar sets? Mm-hmm. I've been looking for a horde of skeleton figures. Can buy a bulk. Yes, so a horde of skeleton figures is great to have. I have a couple myself. They're very fun. I don't know where you can get them in bulk, though. Well, no, actually, I do. Because you can go to Lego.com and get them in bulk by buying the individual pieces. You need the skeleton head, skeleton torso, skeleton arms. They're going to be pretty cheap there if you wanted to get a bunch of them. Oh, cheap. Lego is relatively expensive, but that's one way to do it. Another recommendation for you, AK-47, is that you can go to the website that I work for, atlbrick.com. Atlanta Brick Co. is the store name. We have lots of Lego skeletons you can buy. So worth checking out there, too. We might be cheaper than Lego.com or even Bricklink. You can also shop on Bricklink, get skeletons. So there's a number of great options to get some Lego skeletons for an army. And there's even the new D&D figures have a skeleton-like figure. Where'd he go? So this dude, he's basically a skeleton. So, and he's got a red skull spell thing he's got, so it's pretty cool. Oh, G. Reen says, anyone interested in black skeletons? I have a couple of those too, and they're pretty neat. I think they're a little harder to find than the white bones skeletons. So. Mm-hmm. If you're okay with subtitles, I can download and send all Lego Masters I can find. Hey, Ivan, that would be fine if you want to send them to me. I'll get you my email. I need to reply to your message, by the way. I just haven't gotten around to it. So. Cross Airborne Customs says, Mark forward. Are you going to Brick World Chicago? If so, are you going to be at the Lego Masters panel? Probably not. It's still possible, but it's less likely. I think that me and Steven are going to focus on local conventions and do a few less in 2025. Because last year we did, this year we've already done like 6, And we still have, and I think that's about it for the year. So not too many more up ahead, but 6 was a lot, especially all in close succession. So we'll probably do more like 3 or 4 next year and just try to, you know, enjoy our lives, work our jobs, get some life goals done, and not be too worried about the convention scene. Do it, you know, not go overboard. So probably not going to go to Brickworld Chicago next year. So we'll see. Just went on Bricklink to see the other Dragon minifigure heads, and good lord, those prices are ridiculous. Yeah, I bet they've gone up. Well, they were rare figures to start, so I can see why they've started to go up now that everyone needs them. So you want more Dragonborns. That CMF series is the first one I've gotten all of. There you go, Autumn. That's awesome. Yeah, the D&D series, best CMF series so far for me. Just because of all the amazing Fantasy Castle elements in there. Super cool. There's a bunch of teal and minty elements. We'll go in there. There's, oh, no, the brown goes up here. There you go. Blue ones I'm interested in. I just want a bunch of crazy, all kind, even Minecraft, doesn't matter how many, I just want to build it with skeletons. There you go, AK-47. That's a nice, simple goal. I like it. So. The only video that will ever be desirable. There's a couple from Series 2 that are definitely rare and have gone up in value, but I think the Dragon ones are going to be extra valuable for sure, Nexus. It's a pity I can't share pictures here. People would like to see, for example, I have 2x4 Warcraft armor with 500 skeletons. Oh, that's cool. Well, go check out I call you Ivan on, he has an Instagram, but I think Flickr is probably a better way to see his photos. You can look him up. And see that Warcraft castle. I remember seeing a lot of Ivan's builds back in the day. They're pretty awesome. Will there be another LEGO Masters US season this fall? It's not as likely this fall at this point, Autumn, I think. At this point, Autumn. Because they would have seen some promotional stuff. Would have seen some trailers. Would have seen, you know, promotion stuff for it. So I think that we're probably going to get the holiday special because they filmed a couple of those already and still more to be released. So, but the full season, maybe not. I've heard they could push it to next year, so we'll see. I would definitely like to watch it this fall. It could just show up out of the blue. Is that working? Yeah, that's working. There you go. Got a nice red battery box. These guys have gone up quite a bit. It's that specific color. Dark red bricks. Will Lim's here. Good to see you, Will Lim. Hope you're doing well. Mark, it's been a long time since I watched you. Do you still hate Nexo? I do still hate Nexo, Willem. Thank you for asking. How are you doing this Sunday? You doing all right? I want to build some skeletons going against the Ventures Tower like the Z movie. Oh, that'd be cool. Have them like climbing up the walls. That's that. See, that sounds like a fun build, AK-47. And for YouTube algorithm purposes, I'm going to call you AK from here on out because I don't want people to think I'm talking about guns on my live stream. I don't have a problem with them, but I know YouTube does, so I don't want to talk about them. Got some nice basic elements there. There we go. There's a piece from the Guardians of the Galaxy. This is from the second movie, I believe. So that's a pretty cool Ravager logo on there. That's going to go on the printed stuff. Ivan is right. Like Evan. Oh, Evan. There you go. Ivan in English is English. Nobody calls me that except a few USA friends. That gotcha. So Evan. Interesting. Good to know. Yeah, I'm terrible at pronouncing names in general. I'm famously terrible at pronouncing names, so if I pronounce your names wrong, anybody in the comments, just let me know, and I'll try my best, but I'm usually going to get it incorrect. So it's one of the downsides of being slightly dyslexic. So. But I'd say there are several advantages to being slightly dyslexic, too. Like, I think it helps me be a little more creative and good at building with Lego. So I've always found it very easy. Well, not easy. Easier than I think some people find it. So. That's an old piece. Hold on. So back in the day, Lego used to make these larger elements to fit the minifigure headgear under for vehicles. So that's an interesting find there. I wonder where that came from originally. That's a 90s piece, probably. Maybe not 80s. Probably, well, maybe 80s. Somebody look it up if you're bored. Morgan was doing a great job looking at pieces the last stream, but I don't have to have that. So. Oh, that's kind of cool. So that's from Monkey Kid, and that's the flaming ring of something. I love that flame piece right there. That's super cool. That's neat. I've only got a couple Monkey Kid figures and pieces, but that's neat to have. I'm putting that in the minifigure bin. Pretty cool. Battery Powered Bricks is here. Red battery box cover. Yep, that's right, Battery Powered Bricks. You know about that. That Steven bought that a long time ago, back when it wasn't terribly expensive, and now it's. I know that one is particularly hard to find. Sorry, I didn't hear what part you were asking about, Mark. Oh, no worries, Morgan. It's this weird red roof cover, and I think you would describe it as a brick or even a slope 4x4, maybe. And that's isn't that a 45? So yeah, it's a weird piece. I don't even know what I would search in Bricklink. So don't worry about it. I'm pretty sure that you could safely say it's from the 90s. So. And 2000. Yep. Yeah, Henry the Horse is saying 1999. That's probably right. So. I have the problem usually where I have ideas and something to build, but don't know where to start. Do you plan a lot before building? Yes, Eddie, I do plan quite a bit. I'll think about builds for sometimes years before actually committing to them and working on them. For example, Tron. I've been thinking about Tron since 2019. That's when I started thinking about it, started even preparing for it, collecting pieces, building small scenes, practicing. And then COVID hit, and then Lego Masters hit, and then finally got back to it this year. So years later. But now that it's here, I'm really enjoying it. So, but definitely had plenty of time to plan. I also did some kind of not like did some sketches, of course, but also did some like physical prop placement to figure out how I wanted all the buildings to be arranged. So I was laying out just bins and cardboard boxes and thinking I want a building there, I want a building there, I want the road to go like this. So a lot of planning for sure. I should do more videos about mock planning because that's something that a lot of people, I think, would like some ideas on. So I might have to do that at some point. In different town vehicles. That sounds right, Henry. I think you're right about that. So Nexus and AK. If I find blue ones, I will send 2 to Mark and send to you. There you go. I don't know if they have any. Do they have blue skeletons? That would be cool. I would want one. I don't know if they Lego has made blue skeletons yet. I know they've made black and white, and I think they've even made some like transparent colors and red. But I don't know about blue. That'd be cool. Appreciate the feedback, and that video would be helpful. Yes, I might have to make that for you, Eddie. I'm always looking for good video ideas. I was working on a video of convention ranking, doing a tier list. So I might do that at some point soon. Because people were asking about conventions. They wanted to talk about which ones I like the best, which is, spoilers, I like Atlanta BrickCon the best because it's closest to me. But there's a bunch of great ones. So, Batter Proud Brick says, my Aquazone build was well over a decade before really breaking ground. There you go. Planning doesn't hurt. It actually typically helps quite a bit. I don't plan to army build those dragons. Just want one to put in the squad for my mock. There you go. Yeah, you'll find at least, I think most people will be able to find one Nexus. Whether you can find more than one might be challenging. So I would definitely try and get it sooner rather than later, though. So, I think they'll make more eventually, but I don't think they'll hurry it out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, there you go. Sorry, ID is 30182. Interesting. Look it up. For the slope element, Bricklink is that. Oh, there you go. Well, thanks, Evan. Appreciate it. Blue Video Dragons minifigures. Oh, that one. Oh, I don't know about that one. I've got a couple of those. Grateful to have. I bought a few of them back when they were only like $20. They're probably a little more than that now. So, although I'm not sure. I haven't looked those up in a while. Planning and stockpiling parts, says Battery Power Bricks. Yes. Yes, because if you start a project and you really don't have the right materials, it's going to be really difficult. I've done that a few times, and it's never really gone great until I got the right pieces. So, like Rock Raiders, I knew I wanted to make a Rock Raider scene, and started collecting the crystal pieces for like a couple of years, 2 years, I think it was, and then finally got enough and decided to spring for it and had just enough to work on stuff. Just enough. I had plenty of crystals. So. We've been streaming for a whopping 40 minutes. We still have another 20 minutes of streamed or so to go. I like to sort for about an hour. Appreciate you all so much for joining me thus far. If you feel like it, don't forget to drop a like. Helps this video reach more people. No blue skeletons. Yep, I don't think there are any blue skeletons. Not yet. Maybe they'll make some. So. Tegan is here. Good to see you, Tegan. Hope you're doing well. Nexus is Zach dropping all the crystal emojis. Yep. Yeah, I had a slight crystal addiction for a while there, collecting all those crystals. But doing better now. Haven't had as extreme a desire to collect them. So, although if I still see one, I will, grab it and purchase it at work. But not quite with the same, I was less Gollum-like about it. So. Oh, wrong color. Yeah. That's cool. I like that octagon. That just seems useful to me. Got part of a droid there, too. Pretty ugly. Some decent pieces, though. Oh, hold on. That's kind of cool. That satin pink piece, like a brain. Wonder what you could do with that. Anything that color, those satin transparent colors are always interesting to me. Luke Dukem dropping the crystals. How's it going today? Good to see you, Luke. I'm doing pretty good. We have been sorting for a bit. I've gotten a little bit of progress done. I'm happy about that. I managed to clean up the entire Lego studio yesterday. That's why we got a wider angle today. So very excited about that. We'll have plenty of room to work on future creations for conventions in February. Looking forward to Atlanta BrickCon. We'll be talking about that quite a bit too. So, but having a good time, Luke. Glad you're able to stop by. So. AK says, I mean, with dyslexia, I think us to have it, we're smarter than most. Don't have to have a big ego trip. Maybe I do, but dyslexia, a whole new world. I don't know if I would say smarter, but I do say we think outside the box nicely. So sometimes I have not a better perspective, but a different perspective than others. So, and I'm grateful for that. So, yeah, dyslexia is interesting. I'm only a little bit dyslexic, not as bad as. Not as affected by it as others. My brother Steven is extremely dyslexic, so he has to work harder at some things, but other things are easier for him. Like he's very good with three-dimensional design and space, so he does very well with sculpting and details. So he's very talented. So. He's found a way to use his dyslexia to his advantage. So. There's some printed video pieces here. Let me see if I can show you guys here. Those are from video, I believe. I don't remember buying a lot of video pieces, but there they are. So. Pirate ship rigging. Nice, useful piece. Wonder what I could use it for besides a windmill. Mark is pretty giddy about cool colored pieces. Yep, that is right, Nexus. You know, if I see a cool, interesting piece, I'm going to shout it out. Most of the time, these are pretty normal elements, but every now and then I see something weird. I got to talk about it. So. There you go. Oh, no, wrong bin. Yeah. Yeah, that's the Atlanta BrickCo's latest Between the Studs podcast came out. And we were talking about all these weird sets from 2006, one of those weird years of Lego. And And I was really excited about all the Clickets and the Belleville and the Exoforce and just the amazing color and part selection from back then. Not to say that modern parts are bad, but back then they were pretty crazy too. So. About crystals, a package arrives and girlfriend asks, "What is in it?" "Lego," I replied. "I bet it's trans pink," she said, and it was glitter. There you go. Pretty close. The trans pink has a lot of glitter in it sometimes. So. So I'm watching online, so I was looking at Lego bricks, and then she was the same. Yep. So I've been just getting caught looking at Lego stuff. That's pretty funny. Could be like a trellis for vines on a house. Yep, could be that. There you go. Luke Dukem says those are some nice pieces, as well as the Lego Rock Raiders. Lego Racers shirt. I read Rock Raiders at first. Yes, appreciate it, Luke. The Lego Racers shirt. Big fan of Lego Racers. It was one of my favorite video games as a kid. Haven't played it in a while though. Need to break it out again and play with some people. It of course has no online mode, so it doesn't have quite the longevity of some other games, but I think it's still awesome. Let's see. Henry the Horse says, "I wish the Clickets plants and flowers were cheaper and more available for some weird space mocks." Yes. I haven't seen a lot of Clickets at all in the United States. Maybe they're just because they looked so weird, people didn't save them with the Lego. They just kind of threw them away. But all I know is I never see them, even at Atlanta BrickCon. We get a lot of stuff. So I got my wife hooked on the botanical collection as well as Harry Potter. There you go. That's the goal. You can the botanical collection is a great introduction, and then once they get hooked, you can get them on Harry Potter. You can start building all these other things. If they like Star Wars, you can get them on Star Wars, and then suddenly your girlfriend or wife is right there with you enjoying Lego, and that's the best way to do it. So. Well, thank y'all, and I love your channel, and y'all out there have a great evening. Good night wherever you may. Smash the like button, and thank you so much for some ideas. And there's no blue skeletons. Okay. Well, appreciate it, AK. You have a great rest of your day. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for liking the video. Yeah, the channel has been doing very well lately. I appreciate everyone who's been watching and liking and subscribed. Thank you so much. We've had a great last 28 days. I think over 200 subscribers the past 28 days. So that's fantastic. So, gonna be trying to slowly grow the channel. Eventually want do some nice castle projects or some Dune projects. I think those will do very well on YouTube. So we'll see. Tron is a little more niche, and it doesn't quite. I mean, it gets decent views, but I think that Lego Castle is more popular. So I think something like that might get a little more traction. We'll see. So. I like that sound. Sounds like somebody's busy. There you go. There's a girl in the EU that has 70 kilograms of Clickets. It is an amazing amount. She is wife to one very famous GBC builder. Oh, wow. So she's collected all the Clickets in the EU. That's amazing. Well, maybe I should reach out to her and say, hey, can I have a few ounces of Clickets? I have a nice little box of Clickets now. I have a nice little package. So my friend Ben Kasi, actually, he brought some back from Europe where he bought some at, I think it was at a thrift store. So he was able to get them there for relatively affordably and then brought them back to me. It was very nice of him. What is a GBC builder? Oh, so the Great Ball Contraption, which is a definitely a genre of Lego. Most at conventions, you see them with the big circuit that all the little Technic soccer balls go through. So do a Lego Dune castle. Eddie, you're thinking outside the box. I like that. That would actually be hilarious. And there are actual literal castles in the Dune books. So it's totally possible. It'd be very different from normal stuff. Man, you got me thinking now, Eddie. That might be amazing. Do the Atreides castle? I like your thinking, Eddie. Appreciate the idea. Great ball contraption. Yes, batter-powered bricks with the answer there, too. The concise answer, I will say. Luke Dukem says, I was going to guess Game Boy Color. I mean, that also is the abbreviation for that, so. Yes, with a botanical garden from the books would be amazing. Yes, that'd be pretty sweet. Yeah, I haven't read the Dune books. I do want to eventually. I might get them in audiobook form because I find that a little bit easier to go through. I can read just fine, but I haven't read any books since college, really. So I think I'd be better off with an audiobook. I could do it while I'm sorting Lego, too. That would actually be pretty useful use of my time. I already did reach, no chance. Nothing I've interested her as much as Clickets. And then I can understand. Yeah, no worries. I was kind of joking a little bit. I don't think once you start collecting something and it's your favorite thing, you rarely want to part with it. Like I have a lot of Lego castle sets and figures. I don't think I would ever want to trade any of them. So no worries. I've played Dune 2000 on PC, and that is my entire Dune exposure. Hey, I actually saw someone review that video game. It looked like a lot of fun. So it's kind of ahead of its time, if you ask me. So, but battery-powered bricks, the movies are very good too. If you like kind of more cerebral sci-fi movie. I almost said Star Trek. It's nothing like Star Trek, although I like Star Trek. I am a big Star Trek fan. My first RTS game, actually. Yeah, it is kind of like an RTS game. It's pretty crazy. The books are great if you like the movie. Yeah, I imagine they're... if you enjoy the movie, you're usually going to enjoy the book. That's kind of how the rule of thumb. Lego Star Trek when? Yeah, I know, Luke. Absolutely. Evan says, GBC is a way of mechanically transporting Lego balls from one way to the other using motors and mechanics. Physics, amazing for making friendship with AFLs as people group for it to do group projects. Yes, it's really a group experience, right? Because you have, it has to have multiple people, each having a section that sends it to the next one, so they all make a big circle. So it's actually kind of a cool metaphor too. So yeah, Lego Star Trek when? They'll probably won't do it for a while, Luke, because the man, my thumbs are killing me. Because the licensing was held by Mega Bloks for quite a while. And so I think that neither Star Trek nor Lego were interested in partnering up because of that for a while. But I don't know if they're still doing it, so it might be possible. We'll have to see. It would also kind of be a conflict of interest a little bit with Star Wars. I wouldn't say they're on the same level or in the same... specifically the same, because Lego does sci-fi stuff. Like, for example, Lego did a Dune Ornithopter. If they can do a Dune Ornithopter, they can do a Star Trek one-off set, no problem if they wanted to. But I just don't know if they want to. Yeah. Lego Blade Runner would be even cooler. I'd love that too. I think it'd be kind of a tough sell, given that Lego tends to lean towards a little more family-friendly stuff most of the time. But then again, they did Office, and I'm sure there aren't a lot of like 6-year-olds that watch The Office for entertainment. It's mostly the adults who watch that. So it's possible. Blade Runner would be cool. Would we want next gen or original series? Oh, good question, Eddie. I think as far as color palette, you'd probably want the original series. But next gen would be great too. I could see some really cool sets and mocks and stuff generated from that. So I'm a big fan of both. Basically everything until I didn't really, I wasn't enthused by the idea of Discovery, and I haven't really kept up with Star Trek since then, but watched everything, including Enterprise, and I enjoyed Enterprise just fine too. So I should actually probably give Discovery and all the newer shows a shot and see if they're any good. I've heard mixed reports, though. If you like old Star Trek, sometimes new Star Trek doesn't quite land the same way, from what I've heard. So. Land. Blue Bricks makes Star Trek stuff. Yep. I've seen some great mocks. That's for sure. It's actually not hard to do a great mock of Star Wars because you, not Star Wars, Star Trek, because you got basically the plain color torso, and then you get a nice little, bridge crew going, and it's easy to expand from there. So maybe they could make a retirement home for replicants. There you go. Lego would probably find some funny way to do things like that. So, well, we're at 55 minutes. We got another 5 minutes or so left. I don't know if I'm going to get the full bin done in that time, but I'll do my best. So. Yeah, what other themes would be good for Lego sets, though? Because they finally did Legend of Zelda. I think the next one they should do is Avatar: The Last Airbender, because that's just a no-brainer to me. But maybe Nickelodeon doesn't want to, go through all the rigmarole with Lego, or vice versa. SpongeBob and Scooby-Doo, absolutely. Ninja Turtles, I think we could see. They've done Ninja Turtles. They've done SpongeBob. They've even done Avatar: The Last Airbender back in the day. It'd be amazing. I think it would sell really well too. Sometimes I think Lego needs to give people a call and figure out what they really want. So, I mean, it gets shot down on Lego Ideas every other month. So, Jolly Joe's here. Good to see you, Jolly Joe. You made it the last minute. Appreciate you stopping by and saying hi, though. And we still got a couple minutes left. So. Totally forgot about this today. No worries. If you can make it, great. If you miss it, no big deal. The replay comes out like an hour after the stream, so you can check it out then if you miss it. We just talked about all sorts of stuff. I'm excited about more D&D. Eddie gave me the great idea to make a Dune castle. Oh, mind blown. So, some good stuff talked about. Someone has a giant collection of trinkets in the EU, and they probably don't want to part with them, which I understand. We talked about GBC for a little bit. That was fun. Lots of good Lego subjects. Metroid would be a great Lego theme. Bring back Rock Raiders, the best series. Hey, Eddie. Yeah, I think now Rock Raiders would be very popular. It wasn't super popular back then, so it might be a tough sell to the Lego executives to still remember the 2000s. But... Ooh, is that Lady Iron fan? Yes, it is. I need that for a figure. So. That was only the torso, but trying to complete some Monkey Kid figures one day. No rush there. So. Discovery has the best opening scene of all Star Trek. First minute and a half is a blast. There you go. I might have to watch it. I would have to get, what is it, Paramount Plus? I think it's Paramount Plus, right? It's still with Paramount? I've had Paramount Plus before. I watched the Halo show. That was pretty good. One-off Pokemon 18 Plus set with every Pokemon ever. Yes, well, actually, I think that's pretty likely, honestly, G-Reen, because Bricker Builds exists. And they make these big Mario and these big Pokemon sculptures. And Lego will find a way to make their most popular things and make them into a set so people don't buy from Bricker Builds. They already did this with the giant hammer and the giant Captain America shield. So they, I know that Lego is aware of Bricker Builds and they're trying to kind of steal their thunder. So it's very interesting. We're running out of minutes here, but we'll keep sorting for a second. We'll push it just past to an hour here. Let me finish this bin if we can. Western would be great. I don't think they're going to do that anytime soon just because it's less PC than it used to be, you know what I'm saying? And Lego is all about being very inclusive and respectful. And some Western themes aren't fun for everybody. So, so they have to tread super carefully, and I don't think they would go to that much trouble. So. I would love for How to Train Your Dragon to have Lego sets. That's an obvious one, right? Because it's a great movie series, very family friendly, has very great colors and creatures, and I mean they would translate super well to Lego sets. That like a Lego Toothless, out of stock day one, you know, like that would be such a great set series. So. Even just an 18 plus would be cool. That'd be awesome. I wouldn't mind some modern Aquazone sets, specifically Aquanauts versus Aqua Sharks. That'd be awesome. I don't know. I feel like it's not super likely Lego's going to tread too far back into classic space after they did the Galaxy Explorer. I think it sold well at first, but didn't sell well with kids. So we'll see if they continue with any of that. So that I think Lego would lump that together with classic space. You know what I'm saying? Last question we got, I think, was the Lone Ranger. Yes, official set line, yes. But Bricklink Designer Program has managed to sneak a couple Western-themed sets into the market. Those, of course, are not viable to purchase after the Bricklink Designer Program session ends, but at least they exist. So. You don't need Paramount Plus to continue all episodes. Well, I appreciate it, man. I don't know if I want to be that much of a pirate. We'll see. So. It's not too hard to get Paramount Plus. So. Fat Daddy Bricks, good to see you. We're running a little bit late. That's okay. We're also running a little bit long, and that's okay. So. Just got a few pieces left in this bin, and I want to finish it up, and then I can say I got a whole bin done. Yeah, almost there. Just a few more pieces today. Well, hope everyone's had a good Sunday afternoon or whatever time of day it may be where you are. Hope you've had a good Sunday. Hope you enjoyed sorting some Lego with me. Appreciate everyone who's joined and liked and subscribed and all that. Really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We'll be doing this again next Sunday too, so don't forget to stay tuned for that. Probably a few more videos coming out this week. I don't know if D&D is coming out this Friday. It's probably going to be the following Friday, not this upcoming one, just because I want to space them out in the same duration of when we're filming them. So, but that is going to do it for today, guys. Appreciate you all so much. Have an awesome rest of your day. And yeah, we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.